Hello guys and welcome to the Ginger Hussies podcast. My name's Roisin.
I'm Alison.
Well, I'm Dylan.
Today's episode we're going to be talking about Bandersnatch, the Black Mirror Netflix series with the little...
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh. They're getting sued because they use the phrase choose your own adventure, and the company that makes the choose your own adventure books says, nah, you can't do that. And they want £24 million in damages for the use of a phrase from Netflix.
Netflix has got a lot more than that.
Netflix buys everything. They have so
Netflix
much
could
money
just
to
be like,
burn.
here,
But it's not
just
like they
change in
were
the back
claiming.
pocket.
Oh, sorry. It's not like they're claiming it was their own idea.
No,
Like they had in the
referenced
thing.
in the film.
But
This
back-
is not our idea.
Yeah, this
we're
is-
copying this.
It's because, but they use the phrase choose your own adventure, and apparently Netflix tried to buy like these kind of like TV rights to them a while ago, and then they said no. And then
So
I
they just
think
did it
they belong. Yeah, basically looks like they've done that, and it belongs to. I think they belong to 20th Century Fox. If I could be wrong.
But there was a Doctor Who Choose Your Own Adventure too.
Was there?
But it's not.
Yeah, there was.
It's not the
Ian.
concept. It's not the concept that you're not allowed to use. It's the phrase "choose your own
But
adventure."
that's the same thing as that
That's
stupid one on YouTube when was it the Fine Bros or whatever tried to sue people for using the phrase reacts to because they did. Like it's a phrase.
It's trying to sue people for saying hello.
Yeah.
Because you said hello first.
Yeah, like, stupid. But
But they'll win probably.
yeah.
Yeah, they will.
Netflix, okay, they'll
And
pay out.
Netflix won't lose anything.
It's how many people watch Bandersnatch and how many people were speaking about it.
Well, we don't know how many people watch it because they never release their figures. Netflix.
But I mean, you could literally not go on social media without
Yeah.
seeing it.
Yeah, we're very like it's new, isn't it? It's never been really. But they've done it with kids stuff, but never with.
But there's that company, Try Life, I think it is.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Try Life?
It could have been Try Life, or it might have been something else.
But something, and they do it like, and it's like an education thing, and
Yeah.
like it's like getting involved with like drugs or like things that,
Abuse and all that.
things that might affect young people, and you choose, and it has different paths.
Yeah.
So Bandersnatch went first,
No, but it's the biggest.
and also it's like obviously very interesting.
Because it's Black Mirror.
Yeah, and
Black Mirror's up and down, but
Black Mirror is up and down.
yeah, it depends where it
Yeah.
affects you as well.
Because I really hated that episode. What was it for one? Metalhead.
Metalhead.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
like Metalhead.
It was just stupid, like, because it was like, that's not going to really affect me.
But for for me, that would be Nosedive, because I don't do social media, really.
Yeah.
So that just means nothing to me. Oh no, people are going to rate you. Cheers. I'm good.
See, because I think, though, a lot of people, because Netflix do that weird thing where when you're trying to watch Black Mirror, Nosedive is the one that comes up. But, so I think that's because a lot of people's favourite episode is Nosedive, and I think the reason is because it's the first one that comes
Yeah.
up.
Well,
Yeah.
I would argue also for me it's the other way where I really like I can't remember what it's called, the Star Trek one.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
USS
that one's a good one.
Callister.
But I know some people.
Yeah, Callister.
Yeah, I know some people are just it means nothing to me for the same reasons like Nosedive means nothing to me. Like,
I don't like that McPoyle from one of the McPoyle twins is in it.
oh, he's great.
Yeah, he's really good, but it freaks me out because it's like you should be ugly.
You should see him in Westworld.
Yeah, I know. It's, oh. But I watched Westworld before I watched It's Always Sunny, so it didn't affect me. Anyway, so what paths did we all get? Like, what was the endings?
Should we go do a quick plot? Plot.
Yeah.
The boy called Stefan, he wants to make a video game, and he's basing it on a choose your own adventure book, and you have to decide the choices he makes throughout the film.
Yeah.
So what did everybody do?
To begin with, my first one was the one where he goes to the therapist, and then like he goes back in time. And you can choose whether to go on the train or not. So then he dies. But it was really like when I picked it, I was watching it with my sister, and she was saying, "Oh, but it's the earlier train. You haven't missed the train." And then I was like, "No, it's the 8:45, was it?"
Yeah.
So
I didn't see any of this. So.
his mum went on the 8:45 train. So I picked it thinking, "Oh, it's fine. He's not going to die." But then when we were watching, I was like, "No, it is the 8:45." So then he did die, and when he died, how he just dies in the therapist chair.
Oh, that's weird.
I never got that. Whenever I was watching it, I always had to choose, no, I'm not going to get on the train with you. Like, I only got the one option.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah. Did that not happen to you ever?
Well,
It happened like 4 or 5 times. It was like I have to choose
There
one
was
answer.
there was some
otherwise-
times when that happened, but that wasn't when you were back in time. That was when you were just thinking.
That was the first one answer one that got me. I was under the bed trying to get the teddy. And she was like, "Do you want to come?"
Didn't
And I was
see
like,
any of that
I have to choose no.
Yeah, that's why your episode was so short.
Yeah, I went because like apparently people's viewings could differ from 30 to 2 hours ish, depending on how many loops you do, depending on where you go. And mine was 40 minutes. I went straight through. I only went back once.
Have you seen that tweet about that person who's watching it with their mum, and their mum keeps clicking approve, like, and taking the job and just won't stop doing it?
That would be my
sister
mum.
did that.
Yeah, because there's some people who are just like, I'm not having sadness. And I'm like,
Because I was
I want
really,
this job.
I was really trying to make him happy. Because you know when Will Poulter's character, Colin is it,
Colin,
offers
yeah.
you the LSD, to begin with I did take it, but then I was like, no, I'll do it again and I won't take it. And he puts it in your drink.
Yeah,
Cheeky
no,
sod.
that was the first thing I chose. I was like, no, you can't do that. Keep your head straight.
Because he's
And then
already
I got spikes. I was like,
see, what I did
I've
is...
got no control.
Well, first I picked Frosties, because I'm not an idiot. And,
Sugar Puffs
Same.
are nicer.
no, they're not.
Sugar Puffs are nicer than Frosty.
No, they're not.
Frosties win every time.
We're going to
But-
have to really turn that back.
But the main thing would be, like, I was like, right, this is Black Mirror. Black Mirror's sad, Black Mirror's bleak. So every time it's giving me the option of a good thing and a bad thing, do the bad thing.
See,
do the bad
my
thing
issue
over and
is-
over and over again.
I, like, ever since I watched Dunkirk, I really like Finn Whitehead, and I think he's just a really cute person. So when he was getting more and more upset, I was like, no. Because then also when you're on the balcony and you had to pick between killing
Oh,
Will
yeah.
Poulter and Finn, I was like,
Both live.
No, I was like, shut up with your voice. Get off the balcony. Power and control. But it was just driving me insane. I was so happy. I was like, I'll jump. I'll do it. Like, go.
well, he judges you when you ask him to jump.
Did it?
Yeah, he has a bit.
Yeah.
He has a bit of a judge.
Didn't judge me.
He's
I don't
like,
think.
Well, he will have done because I don't think me and Rasheen will have got. I don't think they were like, oh, Dylan,
No.
we'll let him have it.
He's okay,
Will
he's got
Poulter
away
won't
with
be
it.
judged.
Maybe I just don't understand people.
But yeah, he was. I can't remember what he said, but it was
It's
something.
something a bit sly.
Yeah.
Snaky.
And he really hits it hard. I don't like that. It makes me cringe when they show stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so like, obviously there's a part where because the only time I did a loop was when I was like, okay, I'll come work for you, and then your game
Yeah.
was terrible and it brings you back to it. So that was the only time I got a loop. So the point is, at the end you see how many stars you got by that weird guy on his show. I got 5.
It was a different guy at one point.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Anderson from Sherlock.
I didn't.
Oh,
It was the
never
young
noticed
guy, like every time, and then at one point it was Anderson from Sherlock.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know why it
I
was
didn't. I
different.
didn't see that.
Oh.
Interesting. I hated as well when you approved and the game got a really bad rating. Basically, just every single time Stefan was sad, I hated it.
Well, I did everything to the worst, and I got 5 out of 5. And then immediately everything got taken off the shelves because I was arrested for murdering and chopping up my own father.
But there's have you seen the theory and stuff about the white bear thing?
Yeah.
I've heard it, but nobody's actually explained it.
Basically, people think that because obviously you can click when you can choose to talk to him through Netflix or White Bear.
Yeah.
I love that part. That was one of my favourite things.
Yeah.
But you can also.
What did you pick?
I picked Netflix.
White Bear.
I picked White Bear.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking in my like, oh, I don't want to do anything. That's gonna make him go crazy. Whereas Netflix,
They
like
were
you can explain a
so
bit.
happy with their little coincidence where the white bear symbol looks like the choice symbol, and they were like,
Yeah.
oh, how clever are we? I feel that's how Charlie Brooker. I like Charlie
Yeah.
Brooker, but I feel like he's smug.
Yeah. He's like, I am so smart.
Yeah.
Look at this.
But basically, there's a theory. I saw it first on Twitter, and I don't know if the
I
person
saw
on
it on
Twitter
Twitter first.
like made it up or if they saw it somewhere else. And basically, they think that, like, because you know how the white bear thing is, you've done something terrible, so you're trapped in this place. They think that he's done something and trapped it in. And me and my sister were talking about it, and we were saying that possibly like he killed his mum.
Yeah.
Or he killed his dad or something.
Yeah.
But then, like you said earlier, about how would they have let him kill his dad?
Yeah, it's also this thing of like, it feels like that with Black Mirror, because Black Mirror is always like, you know, like, it feel like you're going to get an interactive episode where it's like, spin a wheel, oh, you're a paedophile, you know what I mean? Like, that's what Black Mirror does, you know what I mean? It's just like, because like, if you remember the Shut Up and Dance episode,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Right,
I
did you-
hated
did you-
that. I hated that.
See, the thing is,
but I
right,
loved it.
some
Because also
people...
he's another actor. Basically, I just like white men with brown hair.
Yeah.
He
McKenna.
You're
Is
I'm
he
in love.
Is he in End of the World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's back to
End
me.
of the effing world. We're not swearing in this.
Beat me.
I love him. So then I was like, throughout the whole thing, just like, oh, I'm so sad for him. This is terrible. And then he was a paedophile. And it was like, oh my god. But I spoke to my friend and they were like, no, he wasn't. They just made that up. And it's like, no, they didn't. He is a paedophile.
It's like, no, he's a
That's
nonce.
Black Mirror. It's sadness and bleakness
Like,
and oh.
And making
They
you
make
like
you feel
light
sorry
brown
for
hair
people who are horrible people.
Stefan was not a horrible person.
No,
He was
He
lovely.
just had a yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
I liked whether because they did talk about it was mainly a lot about determinism, which is determinism is
Yeah.
like where basically what they
Added
said
philosophy.
everything's controlled by an entity
Yeah.
like which is us whatever, which I actually quite like the idea because no responsibilities.
Yeah.
Everything
But
I've
you can't
done
blame me.
wasn't
It
me.
was man up top.
But it's like how we kept saying
Man or
about
woman?
how non-binary individual. But it was like we kept saying about how there was times when I just really wanted to like punch Rasheen or whatever. About how is that someone
Which
controlling
happens
me?
a lot in
Yeah.
lectures.
Oh.
Because also
Concerning.
when me and Em were walking home with our mixer yesterday, I really wanted to just throw it. And it was like, what's the point? Like, why?
Yeah, but wouldn't it be against determinism because it would be like he thinks to touch his earlobe or what's the other one, bite his fingers, nails,
Yeah.
and he just doesn't do it.
But he resists the urge to bite his fingernails, but he doesn't resist the urge to kill his father.
Swear word.
Sorry.
Alright, Captain America. Yeah, it is weird where it's like chop father.
Like,
To be fair,
I love
Chop
my dad, but I
Father-
like my nails. Just that I'm done.
Chop father, he was a bit upset about. Because I got really
Yeah.
upset when I had to
Yeah.
make him chop his father. He just seemed so gutted.
With his head on the
Oh.
like what?
But I said to when we were watching it, I said to my sister, Garrett, because obviously the whole thing about you're gonna hit the person who wrote the book, I can't remember his name,
Neither can I.
chopped up his wife and
Yeah.
put her head on.
I did like the connection
Yeah,
between
the
two.
I was like, he's gonna end up killing his dad, and obviously
Didn't even think.
some of us
Straight over my
are
head.
just clever enough to understand. But have you seen? I liked the episode. To be fair, I didn't really understand the other people ranting about not liking it, because there was that whole because I saw loads of people just saying about how it didn't make sense and stuff. But the whole theory behind it is that you can only get that ending. Like if you do the whole loopy thing all the time, you only get the ending where he dies in the chair. Or at least from what I've seen people saying.
I never got that in. I
I
didn't
think
get
that
it
if you
until
do-
about the fourth or fifth time.
Yeah, if you do the loop though, you can't, because whenever you get to that the thing, you get to that point where you see the two screens and it's like, which do you want to go back to? And when you do that, if you do it and don't die in the chair, you get back again.
Is it true, right? Because somebody might just be like, making me like, it's easy to fool me. But does the therapist in one
Fight
just
you?
pull out some nunchucks?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
fights
yeah.
you.
Does that happen?
There's a part.
Yeah.
And then
I think that's
there's-
my favourite bit.
Yeah, and then if you fight her, he shouts something like, "Oh, my friend from the future," and it's like, "Oh, Finn Whitehead just called me his friend."
But I'm just like, because I was like,
My friend from Netflix.
That's me.
every time I had an opportunity to go see the therapist again, I went, no, because I was going, because that would be the good thing to do.
I hated that
What
she
now?
was the woman from
Horrible histories.
Yeah. And I recognised his dad from loads of random British TV as well.
Yeah.
Like just,
But
I think he's in one of the Cornetto trilogy films as well.
yeah, I think he
I
is.
think he's in
Yeah.
the World's End. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
I could be wrong about that.
I'm not sure. He's but I feel like
He's part of that
think
crowd,
he-
that
yeah.
group of actors.
yeah. But yeah, but have you also seen, I can't remember who it was, but it's presumably someone friends with Finn Whitehead, posted on their Instagram story, I didn't realise the Netflix episode was going to be this interactive, and then they're showing the screen and then they pan and he's sat oh, I just love Finn Whitehead, to be fair.
He's done two things.
And I love them. He's a good actor though.
He
Yeah, I've
is.
enjoyed them in the two things he's done.
But-
Now too, all the Thompson twins. Do you remember
What?
when you pick your little tape? I just like
Oh,
knowing,
yeah.
I like knowing all the pointless decisions.
I picked the Thompson twins first, but then I clicked now too, when
I think
did it
I get now too. First.
I went
Basic.
What I was thinking was like, oh, is that going to be a song that I knew? But it wasn't.
Well, did that?
Also, it really
Yeah.
annoyed me how the list it had The Cure on, but he didn't pick up The Cure. It was like, I could have listened to a good bop.
But,
Yeah.
But did they come back? Because like the cereal is an advert that you see later on.
I
isn't
think what's his name? Colin asks you what you listen to, and you say. I think that's it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then, so what about the record you pick?
That is
That just
can't remember.
plays.
That's
during-
just the song that plays in the background of the next scene.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That, literally all that
I need to pay
determines.
more attention to things.
when you're media students like
Oh,
us.
When you're uneducated like me.
I can't remember
Yeah.
which one I chose. I think I chose the one with the triangle.
Maybe
Yeah.
the triangle.
I think.
Yeah.
That's what I picked.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
chose that too. That's cute.
Oh,
Friends.
I was like the triangle too.
I was like-
Cute. Aw.
I was like, this guy's life's gonna be a train crash, and I was like, not train, plane. Never mind. Little
Oh,
wrong there.
no.
Edit that out.
But yeah. But have you also seen Will Poulter's left Twitter? Because people kept calling him ugly.
I don't
That's
like.
so
like
harsh because he's not ugly.
He-
I didn't like his performance, but there's no need to be.
I think he was good in it, I just didn't like the voice.
I think he was good.
We're trying to get Will Poulter to come on.
I know, but no, I like him in all his other stuff. You've seen Detroit.
No, I haven't. I really
No.
wanted to.
Him and John Boyega is good in that. But
John Boyega. Oh,
John Boyega. I love his,
She
I
literally
love his
did.
Google adverts, but
Best known for his Google adverts. Not Star Wars.
good advert. That guy's got charisma. But
Charisma.
no, I just think the voice is a very poor choice.
I quite enjoyed it.
Oh no.
I did. It was like satisfying.
Nah. Oh,
I think it suited the character, to be fair. But what I want to know is if they
It's a bit
said
of
that
an
to
indie
him,
twat.
yeah, or if he was like, "Oh, I'm going to do this voice,"
Oh yeah.
because he can
We'll
also
see.
do load. Oh, he's just an amazing.
But and you should never like do that on Twitter. If you don't like it or not, there's no need to like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
have a go
because
over.
you know how people say that he looks like the guy from Toy Story.
Oh yeah,
He dressed up as
Yeah.
it for Halloween and then posted it and was like putting loads of stuff about anti-bullying charities and was saying about how this is a joke about me and I don't think he likes it. So I don't think it was nice for people to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And like, just to be fair, even if you're that famous, going on Twitter and seeing everyone calling you ugly, when
Oh,
it's
Yeah.
like that would be awful.
I would cry.
Because also he is a good actor and he's a really nice person from what I've
He's
seen.
got a good range. 'Cause he's in a
so
lot of.
versatile.
Yeah, he's in a lot of things, isn't he?
Go chasing waterfalls. But he also like tweets loads about like Black Lives Matter. And he does loads of anti-bullying and like he's one of the only that I can think of off the top of my head white actors who tweets about stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah.
He was in Detroit.
Yeah, true.
Also with this episode, the Easter eggs were very annoying. I think they
I enjoyed
really
them.
hit you over. Yeah, but I don't mind an Easter egg. Easter eggs are supposed to be subtle. It's not like here's my new game.
But
No
to be
dive.
Yeah.
Like,
To be fair, there was also ones because I read an article about it. There were ones where it was like hidden in the like newspaper articles. There'd be like things announcing stuff coming out. But one of them, I can't remember what it was. It was possibly the Archangel program. It was announcing it, and it was like this is set in the 80s.
Archangel's set in
That's
20,
Yeah.
Future.
2030 minimum.
So in
probably.
like I get possibly it'd be like early days, but like no, like possibly that one where I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, San Junipero.
Yeah, I love.
Oh,
that
yeah,
episode.
yeah,
Especially because
that's
that's one of
such
the
a good
happy
episode.
episodes.
They could
I
make
love
that
that
bleaker.
one.
Imagine, right? If you watched all that and you realised it was in like a virtual thing, and then it panned out, and there was nothing left of humanity, and all that was left was blinking lights. One thing. You could be go. There we go. It's happy, but that mirror sadness.
But I guess the sadness of that is that woman had to pick between her son and daughter, her son and
Oh,
daughter, her
yeah.
daughter and husband, or do you want me to?
Yeah.
And
No.
but yeah, I like that episode.
I love that.
But I feel like
But one thing I don't like about that sort of thing is obviously that girl had like gingerish curly hair, and every time a person comes out with gingerish curly hair, the amount of messages I get being like, "Is that
you?
She looks like you," because Bev from
We get it. You're ginger.
oh, Bev from it.
But the thing is, I also see that. Like, she looks like a young me. I don't know why I'm not playing her in It Chapter 2. While I may be quite a bit younger than James McAvoy, I'm happy to be his biscuit.
Oh, it's Jessica is. Oh my god.
Okay.
It's Jessica Chastain. Isn't it?
Yeah. But, see, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to grow up to look like Jessica Chastain.
You never know.
I might.
Me... no, but I look like Bev. Because also, I have a box head, and so does she. Like, I'm not.
She's the best one in the. She's
She is.
the best performance out of.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
No, I don't.
It's better than the original. I know people be like, the original's great. It's not.
I've not watched the original, to be fair. But I think that the issue was because I don't. We're really going off topic.
Yeah.
But
It's horror. It's all horror. Like,
you know,
Black
the
Mirror's
thing
weird horror.
where like Finn Wolfhard and Millie Bobby Brown and all like the kid stars.
Mm-hmm.
All the people who are like proper like stans of them. While obviously like yeah, fair enough, like the show, like the films, but it is a bit weird. I think it's fair enough when it's like people younger than them or their age.
Yeah.
But when it's people like, because I've seen people my age who are like stans of them, and it's like oh, because I wouldn't be able to follow them on Instagram because I follow them on Twitter. Finn Wolfhard though is a very cool boy. He's in a band and stuff. And like
I think I only follow Gaten. Oh, I know he's from Stranger Things, but out of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love Will, the little boy who plays Will, because he also posts little cute videos to his
He's
little
so
cute. He's adorable. Because
so canny.
Just sorry, you get a bit back to just in love with children. It's fine. But
I'm not in love with children.
no.
Let's get back to this.
get back to Bandersnatch or Black Mirror in general.
Yeah, to be fair.
Because like, I feel like I think the Netflix Black Mirrors are not as good as the original 2 series. I don't think any of them's been better than from the original 2 series.
Have you seen that thing? And I've never thought about it like this before. There's like a tweet that's like the Black Mirror creators are so brave. The first episode that they put out was about the Prime Minister shagging a pig.
That came out
before
Star
the David
story.
Cameron scandal.
Came out way before. It's honestly a coincidence.
That is.
No, but
I
like,
find that's
even
just
so,
mental.
Even so, that is wild. Like, imagine being like, oh,
Yeah.
we're just putting a film, we're just putting a TV series out. This is the first one. Will it go well?
I honestly think
shag a pig.
that's the most horrific thing they've ever shown. I
Yeah.
still think they peaked in terms of horrificness in the first
It
episode.
is.
I love the one with Kelly MacDonald, Hated by Nation.
That's the B one. That's
Yeah.
great. That's just like,
Yeah.
here's Kate Hopkins, here's Kanye West, here's, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's just so because I love Kelly MacDonald.
I love Brave.
Yeah.
Mine's more from Train Spotting, but I'll put Brave in there.
Again, I
Brave
like
is a film.
I'd change my fate if I could. But, alright, straight up then, what's your favourite Black Mirror episode?
I think Shut Up and Dance.
Is that your favourite?
Yeah,
I think that's my favourite.
I think Shut Up and Dance might be my favourite.
Because I know some
It's such a
people...
roller coaster.
Some people disagree because some people pick it straight away because they're in the headspace of this is Black Mirror, so it's going to be the worst thing possible. Like it always is.
See, but to be fair, I didn't. And I
Yeah, if you don't pick it up, then it's great.
Because my sister also said that she picked that up because of when he went over and was talking to the kid. But I just thought, oh, he's a nice boy. It's
I
showing
just
that he's a
thought,
nice
oh, you're
boy.
lovely.
Yeah, but because you're in the headspace of this is Black Mirror, you're like, well, you're always thinking the worst thing possible because it's Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Well, my favourite episode is in first season, History of You, which is the one where
Is
you
that the one
can
with that
see
one?
your own memories, and he's trying to find out
yeah.
if his wife's been cheating on him. And I like that because
Isn't that Jodie Whittaker?
yes,
Yeah.
recent Doctor Who. It's also what's his name? Is it Toby Kebbell? Toby Kebbell. He's Andy Serkis's he's like the new Andy Serkis. Does a lot of mocap. He's really good. He played King Kong in the most recent King Kong film.
Ooh.
He played the bad guy in the second Planet of the Apes most recent ones films. What else is he in? He unfortunately did play Doctor Doom in the recent Fantastic Four film. But yeah, it's not his fault.
Michael B. Jordan, though.
Yeah, he was also in that. Like, he bounced back, didn't he? Oh, what a
Oh.
man. But
Black Panther.
I've not seen any of them films.
so much first.
You are so...
Behind.
I'm a really bad media student.
But Toby Kebbell's fantastic. But it was but I like that episode because it's a story you've seen a billion times, but it just adds this technology, which I think is when Black Mirror is at its best, where it's a story you've seen a billion times. We'll just add this. I also because I think that works really well for the Christmas one.
See, the Christmas one, it's so long, it bored me. And I
Yeah.
know it was just because I was just ready for Black Mirror to just be like an hour long at most.
Yes.
And then it was so long that I just couldn't pay attention.
I'm such a big fan of John Hamm though.
Oh, I do love John Hamm.
Yeah.
Baby Driver was his...
Fantastic.
So good.
I really loved he was the villain. I really loved that he was the final
But one
villain.
thing that did annoy me was just like, can he just die already?
I get that. But Baby Driver's one of my favourite films.
Baby
It's
Driver
ever.
is
such a good
amazing.
film.
Edgar
I love
Wright,
it so
though.
much.
But
I love
think
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright is an amazing.
two of my top 3 films are Edgar Wright films.
There's that I've not watched. I don't know if it was even directed by Edgar Wright, but it's got Simon Pegg in, and what's the other guy called?
Nick Frost.
Nick Frost.
Nick Frost.
Paul.
Is it Paul?
No, that was ages ago. It's
Sorry.
recently come out, like
Oh, the
Slaughterhouse Rules. Or something.
Slaughterhouse Rules.
And I really wanted to watch it, but I didn't watch it. And I don't
It's
know.
not Edgar Wright.
I didn't think it was Edgar Wright, but obviously. For Christmas, actually, I got the Cornetto trilogy.
Scott Pilgrim is my favourite film ever. So.
Oh.
Scott Pilgrim.
Last year, we put it on in our flat, and we literally just let it play. Like, I think we watched it 3 times. Just sat watching
On
it.
repeat.
And each time we were still enjoying it. I love...
We can do that. A future episode, we should just explain why our favourite... Pick our favourite film and try to, like, pitch it or whatever.
Yeah.
Just, you punch the highlights out of her hair. That's the best line.
But I don't like... Because my favourite film is probably Trainspotting, but it just makes me sound like I'm trying to be like an edgy film shooter.
If it helps, though,
Trainspotting.
I've never seen Trainspotting.
I've never seen it.
So
Oh my gosh.
that'd be one where we
I
can
think
watch it for the first
One
time.
of my... Yes. I'd be so happy to show you
Like
Trainspotting.
Rasheen is doing with every franchise that's ever existed.
Every film that has ever been made.
Just name 3 franchises. We'll see if she's seen any of them. Have you ever seen a Star Wars movie?
No.
What's about a Marvel movie?
No.
Oh, you're doing Harry Potter. Right? Lord of the
4
Rings.
films in for Harry Potter.
Right, Lord of the Rings.
I think we've...
No.
Oh,
No.
Have I?
There we go. There you go.
Right, no.
So you know you've got a real genuine opinion
The
on
Hobbit.
Oh, but they're awful.
I hate
I know,
it.
but they were on ITV a few weeks ago.
So back to Black Mirror. Be Right Back is fantastic as well, which
that
is
Domhnall
Domhnall
Gleeson?
Gleeson and Hayley Atwell.
No,
Makes me
but
cry.
this is literally just me listing off all the different nails that I love. Domhnall Gleeson.
See, this is the first podcast, isn't it? Is he skinny? Is he white? Let's have him.
Michael B. Jordan and John Boyega.
Fair enough.
Okay.
No, I'd have Michael B. Jordan.
Mm.
But,
Wow, what did John Boyega ever do to you?
nothing. He was in one bad Star Wars film. I don't blame him for that.
I love him.
Oh,
He's fantastic.
he is a...
What, have you ever seen Attack the Block?
No, but it's on my list.
Yeah, he's good. He's good in that.
Yeah.
Be Right Back is a good one. But... Oh, because also... Oh, who is it? It's Agent Carter. What's her name?
Yeah, Hayley Atwell.
Hayley Atwell, yeah. Oh, I love her too.
Yeah, she's
See, I
fantastic.
am... I do also like women. So...
Oh man, you should see my mother is the biggest misogynist when it comes to any woman in any like any woman. Everybody's celebrating because as a joke on the card for our structure we wrote Dylan's mum, and I've accidentally wrote my own mum, but still like whenever she just hates women especially because she loves the CW shows. So you're talking Arrow and The
I
Flash.
just thought you meant like C-word. I was
The CW, like things like The Flash, and be like, these women, they just don't listen to them. They just go out, they just get into trouble, you know, and they have to save them every time. I'm like, Mum, just why do you hate women? I'll get her on. We can ask.
I'd love that.
But
I'd love to meet you. I've already met your mum.
I have not met your mum.
No.
But I love her.
It was really weird. So
3rd of March, come out for a birthday. Everybody's
we're
invited.
even you. We were out at New Penny and...
Yes, you, Craig. That'll work for someone.
we were out at New Penny and I went to the toilet and a woman just tapped me and was like, "Are you Alison?" And I was like, "Yes." And then she was like, "Oh, I'm Dylan's mum." And I was like, "Ah!" Amazing.
Oh.
I'm jealous.
I've got a picture of her
Oh, you showed me earlier.
and a picture of Bruce. Shout out.
Are we looking forward to more Black Mirror then? Season 5 is meant to drop whenever, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just that like when you put it like you have to dedicate a day to Black Mirror because I'm not going to be in the mood to do anything.
Belgrave's showing every series at the moment.
The problem.
Yeah. Every Sunday.
Oh, I saw it actually because I said I was going. I lied.
I think I just said I was interested.
I need to go on one of them, I think, because I haven't actually seen all of season 4.
Should we go next Sunday?
Am I working? If I'm not working, sure, but I might be working. But because I need to see I've technically finished all season 4. I need to watch Hang the DJ, which is annoying. 'Cause apparently that's.
I love Hang the DJ.
I've heard that's the best one of season 4.
Oh, is that the one about like
Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
My favourite actor.
What's that guy
Crocodile.
called? The actor in it? Because I love him, and he's
I'll
got
give
a
him
new thing coming out.
I'll give him the
See,
goose.
I want my dad to get into Black Mirror because I know that my dad would love it. Alison's dad. And Crocodile's the one I'm going to show him. Crocodile and White Bear, because I think that's what he's like, because he likes crime things. So obviously Criminal Minds, favourite TV show.
Wait.
And Dexter.
Is Crocodile about crime? I haven't seen
Yeah.
it. Is it
Basically,
George Blagdon.
No.
so we just...
Luke Manning.
No.
Oh my god! Thingy from Harry Potter's in Hang the DJ. What's her name?
Who's thinking?
Lavender Brown.
It's the one that's in...
Oh, Luna.
No, Lavender Brown's the character. Ron's girlfriend.
Yeah. Now I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I mean the guy
And I
that's
reckon- I
in Peaky
remember.
Blinders.
The main one.
Order.
Yeah, the main guy.
Cillian Murphy.
No.
No,
We're just gonna name
What
people
is
now.
his name?
he's one of the brothers, isn't he? I don't know what his name is,
I really fancy him.
but yeah, same.
We'll
I fancy
edit it in post.
we'll just put a picture of him up. Every single person who's in Peaky Blinders, I fancy.
I need to start
Name a
it.
single person in Peaky Blinders, I guarantee I fancy him.
I haven't watched it.
I
Oh, I
haven't seen
love
it.
Peaky Blinders.
Well, I have. I tried to watch it, but it's
Big
not
up
for
the
me.
West Midlands.
It wasn't for me. Even what's his name? Sam. Jurassic Park man.
Sam, the Jurassic
The
Park
guy who's
man.
in Jurassic Park, who plays the Northern Irish police officer in Peaky
I
Blinders.
love an Irish accent.
Okay. Every Peaky Blinder.
Aww. He's really good.
He's horrible in Peaky Blinders. I cannot stand. He's Irish, I don't know. But he also rapes people. Right, left, right, and centre.
Uh-huh.
But you know,
I haven't seen Peaky Blinders, so.
I love Peaky Blinders. Oh, can we have another episode? Peaky Blinders next season's coming out soon. We're doing an episode on Peaky Blinders.
How many episodes have I got to catch up on?
A lot.
I'm just gonna sit here in silence. I just don't like the show. I'm sorry. I tried to get in. It's just not for me. Like,
Tom Hardy. Did you get to Tom Hardy? No. Oh, Tom Hardy's doing an awful.
love Tom
it's
Hardy.
it's a good accent, but it's like Will Poulter in Bandersnatch.
annoying.
It's like it's an annoying accent because he's like because he's obviously like London ends anyway, but he like makes it more slurry.
so good at sticking to topic.
I know, but in fairness,
Did you see him in
can't.
Taboo?
I don't think so.
I watched bits of that.
You-
I struggled to get into that as well.
Oh, I loved it. Me and my mum.
Is it Tom Hardy that's? Yeah,
Yeah.
I will definitely watch
Like
it.
It's like
a lot.
Voodoo Man.
But
a
basi-
lot of incest.
Ba-
Like, I like Game
my
of
favourite
Thrones, and I
thing.
felt like it was too much incest.
Me
My-
and my mum loved it.
but you can't mention a Tom. Oh,
It took you too long.
She is from up north, though, to be fair.
I'm sorry.
I'm sat right here.
Where?
Just really emphasising.
I'm from the north. The real north.
I'm from
What? See,
language.
oh,
But the tables have turned.
alright, Captain America.
Why are you like? That's a reference you don't get.
We've slowly deteriorated.
Yeah, just a bit.
Just a little bit.
So overall,
We have had a drink. I will tell everybody that.
yeah, me and Dylan did go out last night, to be fair.
I didn't.
Because she is a virgin.
Yeah, I watched Celebrity Pointless last night.
Edit that out. Don't just call. Edit that out. You're so lucky because now they're going to edit out that you watch Celebrity Pointless instead of coming out. But,
I had a really good
That
night.
was the best part of the podcast, to be fair.
had a very good night. It was not too
I made
bad.
myself some chicken, watched Celebrity Pointless.
Oh,
I went to bed
equally.
at 11:30.
I almost
Wondered what sex was.
Speaking
got
of,
the machine out this morning.
next week's episode, we will all have tried to finish, if not finish, what sex education.
So instead of editing that out, you're going to keep that in because it's a nice segue into the TV show Sex Education that we're going to talk about next week on Netflix.
So, because Rashine's a virgin, let's just educate her and move on.
But
Oh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened.
I think when it took us 2 hours to actually start recording, I
Yeah.
think you knew it was gonna go.
They didn't have to know that.
We want them to know our character.
Emlyn didn't have to know that. Emlyn, the official dad of the pod.
The pod, ew. That makes it sound like we're like aliens.
thing.
Unless you're listening to a
Is this
podcast.
alien?
What's that thing?
Classic alien
What's that
movie.
thing where there's that thing? Oh, it's Doctor Who.
The
There's that
TARDIS.
little thing that you have to keep warm and they throw it into the Olympic
That
pool.
is such a specific episode.
Oh my
of Doctor Who.
God.
It's the Olympic too. I know it, but that's a very specific reference. That is such a forgettable episode of Doctor
I
Who.
have forgotten that episode, and I'm rewatching it.
She draws pictures and gets stuck
Who's
in
the
them.
Doctor?
David Tennant, the best one.
We said David Tennant at the same
Oh
time.
yeah.
I think
Oh
he's
yeah,
gonna
and
be
she draws all the people and they all disappear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that episode
Yeah.
made me really
Yeah.
sad, especially with the what is the little song they sing?
Oh, Kookaburra sits in
In
the old gum tree, merry little king of the brushes, he laughed.
Kookaburra laugh, Kookaburra gay, your life must be.
In one of those sentences, we all said different words.
I wasn't really singing, I was sort of just like...
I definitely said bush, but somebody said brush.
I
And-
said brush.
It's
Did you?
brush, it's brush.
Alright,
It's
and what
brush.
did you say?
I did
We
not...
sung that in year 6 in choir.
I didn't really
Shout
shout many
out to my
words.
mum,
I
choir
only
master.
know the Kookaburra.
Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree.
But anyway, Mary.
I've got a really good memory for things I remember.
So,
Wow.
So we're gonna have to draw it to an end soon, I think.
Yes.
So next
Outro.
next Sunday we'll be back with sex education. Talking
For all
about
you virgins.
Emlyn?
We're leaving that in.
If we want to close
Yeah.
out, does anybody have anything they are like watching right now that we're just gonna
Recommend.
recommend anything you
And
want to
maybe
briefly
we'll
talk
do
about?
an episode on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Emlyn asks.
Bye.
Bye.